There are a lot of opinions right now about the conflicts happening in the world. And a lot of people holding those opinions have never actually visited these war-torn areas. I have, as part of my research in trauma, and I have loved ones on both sides of the wall. And I want to remind everyone that what we're seeing here is the result of unhealed trauma and a paradigm of power that is becoming obsolete. Because now more than ever, I'm seeing people take a look at the information being presented and they're questioning it. They're taking a listen to the arguments about identity and history and whose right it is to be in this particular place, and it feels outdated, right? We're in this new consciousness now where we recognize at a cellular level, deep down inside of us, we know that there is no history, no story, and no justification for degenerating the wellness of this planet or the wellness of the human psyche, body, or spirit. There's just no excuse for it. And we're at this tipping point where if we don't turn things around with the way that we are consuming and the way that we are extracting food or trying to create food on this planet, that our species is marching towards its extinction. And so when we look out at things like what's happening politically, there's just something in us that says, who's doing this, right? What is this really all about? And as someone who has friends on, again, both sides of the wall, who I have sat with families who have been the victim of atrocity on both ends. And there are more than two sides of a story in this part of the world. And I just want to urge everyone watching this that when we go too deeply into our stories, into our identities, when we go too deeply into a dualistic or two-sided perspective where one has to be right and the other has to be wrong, a lot of that gets us stuck on the surface level of judging what is before us. And we get stuck in this divisive energy of, I support this side, I support this side. But I want to ask you this question. When you're in that place of judgment and choosing sides, are you helping to regenerate the wellness of your psyche, body, and spirit? When you're holding the opinion and the judgment on either side, are you helping to regenerate the wellness of your community's spirit? And when you're holding those opinions and judgments, are you helping to regenerate the vitality of this planet that has always fed all of us, regardless of color or ideology, without discrimination? We are living on an earth that has always loved us without discrimination. And our identities, our stories, our choosing of sides is not helping us regenerate the vitality of this planet. And so every minute we spend in a state that is not helping to regenerate this planet is us getting one step closer to the extinction of our species. So I know it's heavy out there, and you may have loved ones in these war-torn areas, or you may actually be in one of these areas. And I just want to ask you now to place your hand somewhere on your body. Find an object in your room and look at that object. Describe 3 things about that object, 3 features. As your awareness drops back into your body, recognize that you are safe in this present moment. And that you are held together in this collective thread of life that we call humanity. And that you have a choice to occupy a consciousness that helps us regenerate our psyche, our body, and our planet.